palpable sense of anxiety coming from him. I feel it. I feel his aura. Look at that face. Welcome back to Lake of Voices. So yeah, we just Florida is burning. Our tacos are all gone, and all of our members have been eaten by the crocodiles. But then they've been reincarnated by Lord, I don't know what Lord, the Crocodile King, whatever. Our regression is silent, except for our footfalls and the snapping of soggy wood attempting to burn. We frequently have to step over smoldering sections to try to calm all light. At one point, we even have to walk one at a time, sideways, to avoid wildly flickering small fire billowing out black smoke. Just as my spirit is beginning to dim, we come across the different directions to take. Among all the forks, there are only two that aren't collapsed or consumed by the fire. I take them, and then I eat my retort, whatever.
You're going to have to pick one.
I'm bad at making decisions. Emily sounds uncharacteristically doubtful of himself. Toilet's gaze is flicking down either path. There's a palpable sense of anxiety coming from him. I feel it. I feel his aura. Look at that face. Oh, whoops. Yes. That is the face of the man that is anxiety.
I don't know. I don't know which way.
It's alright.
It's not alright. We need to know. We need to know. But it's not alright. We have to have something to go off of. Anything at all. A cold sweat trickles its way down my back. Then turns into hot sweat. I'm on fire! Before anyone tries to randomly choose, a noise catches my attention. I hastily adjust the
Did you
two.
hear that?
A whistle.
It came from the right.
Toilet and I trade looks. This could be the signal we need, but what if it
Those
isn't?
monsters know how to whistle?
I don't know. It seems unlikely. The air isn't pleasant to them. They're underwater creatures.
Air isn't pleasant to them? Huh. Yeah, because they're crocodiles.
We should go right.
Crocodiles, if you didn't know,
Sound came from.
when they come out of water, they're big. Fun facts with KrispyForks. I'm a little surprised Toilet is offering his own opinion. It is good to hear, however. I take a deep
agree.
breath.
There's more of a chance the whistle was a sign for good over ill.
Our course decided, we move as one down the right path, no longer hesitating. As opposed to the left path, which is wrong. As we follow the bridge down, there is no sign of the end. There's no need to debate between directions again. Oh my god, it's the same background but different colors. We start to outpace the fire, one danger thankfully fading away, but the night continues to lighten, regardless. I glance at the sky and realize what's happening. The sun is rising, the bridges will sink into the water as the darkness disappears and takes us with them. We'll be lost! It suddenly seems pointless. We don't even know whether we've gone the right way. We still haven't caught up to the guide. We cannot swim the Nixie. Those are the crocodiles, if you don't know. They say that they call the crocodiles Nixies, and we can't outrun the dawn. We're going to run out of time. Of course you can't run out the sun. Or like you can't run out the earth. It's moving at like 1,000 miles an hour. Yet we keep moving forward. Finally. Hyphen. Italic. Finally. Hyphen. Our perseverance is rewarded. The silhouette of an island rises in the surface. The island grows rapidly larger. Soon the sense of earth and trees reach us. In spite of all the horrors of this night, a dock emerges from the fog before us, welcoming us to safety. Oh my gosh, a new background! We reach the shore. I don't believe it until I've stepped on the wood and my boot sinks into the sand. My goodness. I walk further and land like a corpse, my sole instinct to flee from the waterline. I soon become a corpse. This is my story. My hazy eyes single on on something ahead. The guide stands on an outcropping in the distance, watching like a sentinel. Sentinel? Sentinel. He doesn't even come to greet us. I stare at him for a moment, not even be able to feel alarmed at my own lack of feelings about the situation. He uses his staff to gesture to the forest behind him before disappearing between the trees. I can only assume he must be asking me to follow. We follow. He's a crocodile! Not again! The guide takes us further inland, more towards the center. There's a view of the coastline from here, but we're also partially obscured by the trees.
It's time to sleep.
Oh my gosh, it's the guide! He's a crocodile! No one has the energy to argue with them at this moment. I find a place as comfortable as one could ask for in a location like this, next to one of the trees further out, and lay down, trying to block out my thoughts. For once, my exhaustion is my ally. Yeah. And I slip off into sleep. ... My eyes slowly break open and readjust to the brightness. What little there is, the sun is obscured by a thick layer of fog, making it impossible to estimate the time of day. Oh my gosh, just get a watch. I prop up my elbows and push myself up. The ground is hard and rocky, but that isn't the only reason I'm eager to get on my feet. I check my surroundings. The heck? The harsh crack. I'm sorry. The hearth? How did I do that so badly? I think I combined harsh and earth, but my goodness. Man. Well, we got two more videos to go. The harsh, craggy earth of the island is interlaced with twisting vines and gnarled branches. Is that a weed? Beside me, Bemele and Toilet are still fast asleep. The guide, however, is nowhere to be seen. I realize that I don't recall seeing him lay down with everyone. He's likely he left us hours ago. There is a creeping silence here. I can't help but shudder at the hollow, aching feeling inside of me. It refuses to relent. It shifts my weight back and forth, unsure of what to do with myself. I start waddling like a penguin. Then the crocodiles eat me. This is my story. Memories of last night's harrowing journey flicker through my mind. Emily wakes up suddenly, rising with alarm, starting Toilet awake as well. Alright. My mouth opens, then shuts, then opens again, then I swallow a retort, then swallows. Then I shut it. And after a moment of fumbling, a word finally escapes. Hello. Sorry. Emily gives me a gentle smile and makes his way over to me. Behind him, Toilet remains on the ground. Morning. A pocket of quiet descends over us. Emily sighs. The atmosphere is weighing on him already.
I should eat something soon. I don't trust what is on this island, so I'll have to split.
Just
still have
eat,
a few rations
eat
left.
each other.
I'd be happy
Eat.
if you
Don't worry about me.
Eat him.
Fine.
Eat Toilet.
I'm
Eat
not
him.
hungry.
Toilet's back is turned against us. He still hasn't gotten up out of
You
the
should
dirt.
eat. You
Oh
have
my
to keep
gosh,
your
he's
energy up
sinking.
for the day ahead.
He is a carrot now. Carrot, no. Emily speaks encouragingly, like he's coaxing a nervous horse. Man, don't call my bro Toilet a horse. Okay? He is an independent crocodile keeper thing, whatever, and he likes volleyball. Blue buries his head deeper into his knees as he curls into a tighter ball.
Thanks.
He spins. He does a spin dash. Emily lets slip a small chuckle.
Well, it seems I've lost my...
Whoops, I skipped his line. I'm sorry. Look at Bemele. I look at Bemele and smile weakly at him. However, he's now frowning hard. I understand. Toilet does not know what he speaks of, and the one he would isn't here. ... My goodness, it's him. He's back with his lantern. A distant rustling of the leaves around catches my attention. The guide appears, emerging from the thicket. Then he goes back. He wanted to get a pizza. Comes back with the pizza. I take it. Then I open my jaws and bite it. Then I swallow the retort. Emily glares at him as he makes his way over. Lou, toilet. I'm getting tired of calling him toilet. Lou doesn't seem to notice as he's still facing away.
will not tread on land in daylight. However, being near the shoreline is still dangerous. If you leave the center of the island, remain cautious.
Oh, I'm always
Before the sun
cautious.
sets, I will be in this area.
Every day I'm scared I'm
Be
gonna
wise
trip,
to meet
and then
me
every
before
day I'm scared I'm gonna trip, I trip. Every time I think I'm gonna trip, I trip. It's torture. So I try not to think I'm gonna trip, but when I try not to think I'm gonna trip, I end up thinking about the concept of tripping, and then I trip. And then I just want to not think at all. So then I go to sleep, but then I have a dream about tripping. Then I trip in my sleep.
Why didn't you stay with us last night?
I sharply turn towards Bemele as he stands and as he snarls and confronts the guide.
If you
My
had just
God,
been there, none of
I have
this would have happened.
dyslexia when I am not. Just not. That's all.
She didn't
I'm done
have
with
to
that
die.
sentence. Guide stands unflinching, completely unaffected.
If all you're going to do is leave everyone to be lost, then why bother guiding us at all?
He then punches Bemele in the stomach. What the heck? He has teleportation powers. Despite Bemele's severe words, the guide apparently considers his piece here finished. He turns toward the forested area from which he came. Wait! Sorry, that was Bemele. Bemele calls out to the guide, reaching toward him. Before he can make contact, I quickly place a hand on his shoulder. He lowers his hand to his side, though I can still feel the wrath emanating from him. We can stay this way until the guide disappears from view. Bemele begins to kick at the ground, spraying tiny pieces of gravel around. My
Bemele,
goodness.
I know you're angry, but regardless of our feelings, we need the guide.
Man, he is a
Leaves us,
grown
we
man
all
and he's
die.
throwing a temper tantrum. Even I
You've
don't
done
throw
so
temper
well with
tantrum.
him.
And I am baby. I give him a cold glance, as opposed to a warm glance. Warm glance of milk. We won't even know which bridge to take without the guide. Bemele knows that. This needs to stop. There are people counting on us to make it back. And what of Lou?
We can't afford.
We know the way. The anger etched into his expression fades into sadness.
You're right, Kika.
He gets out a speaker and then plays Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD and starts dancing in a strange way. He weakly swats his hand in front of his face as if he's trying to shoo away his racing thoughts. As he's doing this, he says, "You can't see me. My time is now." And then he suplexes me into the river. I start getting eaten by the crocodiles.
I can't stay here right now.
Good job. Oh my goodness, what the heck? The heck?
Self-voicing enabled.
No.
Self-voicing disabled.
What? What did I do?
Self-voicing enabled.
What is
Him
this?
I nod, allowing him to leave alone.
Oh, I don't even have to speak? No.
Self-voicing disabled.
Lou meekly calls to me. I turn around to face him, though I don't speak. He's standing some distance away. He fidgets and glances over to his side before returning his gaze to my eyes. He gestures for me to come closer. I comply. He begins to whisper at me, but he fumbles with his words and I can't make out anything he says. Look at him inquisitively. Finally, he speaks up enough to be
I'm
heard.
sorry for what happened last
Be
night.
clear. You sorry for last night? He speaks quickly as if I don't even remember last night. And last night was like a few minutes ago. Jeez. He speaks quickly as he looks up to my eyes filled with sorrow, palms sweaty. He shifts his focus
You would
downwards.
have been better off without me.
Do you mean when I had to stay behind?
I agree, and then I toss him to the lake with the crocodiles.
Yes, you and your friend were almost completely abandoned. You got caught up in the fire, and it was a disaster.
My goodness.
It's all right. Nothing happened in the end. Besides, it isn't your...
Just stop talking.
Closer to being my fault than anyone else's.
My goodness.
I wasn't supposed to be here, and all I did was get in the way.
Oh, I just want to
The guy who's
comment
I never should
on
have
something. Yeah, you never should have stayed. That's why I'm gonna throw you into the river. I brought you for safety.
Self-voicing
Not-
enabled.
No. Not
Finishing his thought.
Shush. No.
Self-voicing disabled.
Ugh. He's disabled now. Finishing his thought, he sniffles as he turns away. Oh, baby man crying? Oh my god. I throw him into the river because he is a wimp. Little wimpy baby. Suddenly, I feel a strong urge of emotions rip through me. Everything is falling apart, and I do not have the power to change this. I bring him back into the bank and apologize. Quietly, I speak. Who stops moving? He doesn't turn to face me. I hesitate as well, also unsure of how to proceed.
Would you be willing to speak with me?
I cannot hear what they're saying. Alright, well, looks like, looks like we're good for, this video. If you want to subscribe, you can. Like, if you want more stuff like this, you can subscribe. Like it if you like it, then comment if you just feel like it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter for dumb stuff. I rarely post on my Twitter, so follow my Instagram if you want actual content. And yeah, I'll see you later.